Hi everyone, my name is Tim and you're all welcome to another edition of Smelly Sweet. In today's video I'm gonna give you some fragrances from cheapies to niche for the upcoming season of winter 2020-2021. This is in no way a top list, this is just some fragrances that I prefer in those different price categories that we are having. So I'll leave a timeline down below, so if you're just interested in one particular fragrance you can go and check out that timeline and skip to that part. But before you do that, I would really love you to see what I have to say about Parfums de Marly Herod today, because I'm doing a comparison between the tobacco in that one and the tobacco you can find in another very popular tobacco vanille fragrance. Now, is there anything more? Yes, please hit the subscribe button. 60% of my viewers are non-subscribers. That will help me out a really much if you would like to subscribe to the channel, but at least leave a thumbs up. That will brighten up my day and make me a very happy man. Now let's dive into this by talking about the cheapie. First off, when I was preparing this video I started thinking about this video a while back. I didn't have a cheapie in my collection that I thought was good enough for me to talk about for this occasion. So I went to the stores and I found this one. Zara Tobacco Collection, Rich, Warm, Addictive. And it has the wow factor. I wasn't expecting that from a fragrance by Zara that just was wow when I smelled it. I will try and spray it on a paper for you guys. There we have it. Oh, it has that wow. Oh my god. What's this one? I haven't found anybody saying that this one reminds them of a certain fragrance that you usually do with Zara fragrances. So I would say that this one feels pretty unique, and it has two formulations, one from 2016, one from 2018. This is the one from 2018, and if you go check it out on Fragentica, the notes listed are rum, peony and vanilla bourbon, but there is way much more going on in this one. From the top you do have the rum, but it doesn't become too boozy. It becomes just the right amount of balance between the booziness and the rum, the sweetness from the rum. You do pick up on the vanilla, the bourbon thing, vanilla bourbon, the bourbon thing in vanilla. I believe it is enhanced by the rum in this one as well. And what do you else pick up? I pick up a big dose of honey in this one. I pick up on a big dose of creamy buttery toffee. And the buttery note is really, it's so delicious. A small hint of tobacco as well. And I believe that in the dry down and the base you do have some woody notes, some like sandalwood maybe to add that creaminess to it. Great longevity, 8 to 10 hours longevity, doesn't project too massively, which is a big advantage when it comes to a fragrance like this, because if it would project massively it would become very cloying. So well balanced fragrance. I'm impressed by this by Zara. And excuse the expression, but 15 euros for 100 ml of this is a fucking bargain. So really take your time to try and check that one out. Next up we do have Shaghaf Oud. I won't talk too much about it because I already talked about it. Beast Mode, Rose, Praline, Oud is what you need to know. After that we have something from Rituals Roi d'Orient, our Oriental fragrance. You have some powdery white pepper in this one with some amber and some musks. That gives you a powdery, amber sweet, dry, clean fragrance. But it still has sweetness from the amber, obviously. So first date scent worthy, because I can't see anybody offended by this one. I can't see anybody disliking it. You won't scare your first date away when you rock this. Next up we have another one with some amber in it, and that is Stronger With You from Armani Intensely, because the original one I think is too heavy on the amber. Here they have balanced it up a little bit more with some other notes. Juniper, violet leaves in the top. I do believe you have some toffee as well in this one. Toffee caramel feeling in the middle with some, maybe some florals, some cinnamon, juniper berries from the top. Yes, I said. In the dry down, vanilla, tonka, amber, and some kind of leather, soft leathery tone to it. Just did not make it just being a sweet fragrance in the dry down. Now we come to Parfums de Marly Harrod. Cherry Tobacco Vanille. When I smell this one, it brings me back to my childhood. Sometimes I get really emotional while I smell this one. I try and focus to not be that today. But it's just, when I smell this one, I really can feel it touch my heart. I have talked about, I don't remember in which episode, but I was almost crying when I smelled it at that point, because it always reminds me of my grandfather, which was a lovely man. Anyway, I will try and show you the difference between the tobacco in Harrod and the tobacco note that you find in, for example, Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford. Now, I don't know if you can see it here, you do have some pipe tobacco here. When you touch it and let it fall, it's almost alive. It also is soft, it is airy, it is fluffy, it is deep, it is rich. Smelling it gives you a really deep, rich tobacco feeling. That is the tobacco that I find in, I'll try and show you like that without dropping it. It would be boring. That is the tobacco I find in Harrod. This is the tobacco I find in Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford. I'm sorry guys, I know there are many fanboys out there, but it is it. This is so boring. It is flat ass cigarette tobacco. If I would pour it out, it would just fall flat on the tape. I don't know how you call it in English, sorry about that. But it just will fall out flat and no life, no richness, no deepness. Just boring flat tobacco. That is what I pick up from Harrod, the rich, deep, fine, luxurious tobacco. Next up we do have another one that is from Parfums de Marly. I'm sorry about that it is two Parfums de Marlys, but I just love those fragrances so much for this time of year. So I had to include it, and that is Godolphin from Parfums de Marly. Often compared to Tuscan Leather by Tom Ford. Yes, they are similar. This one isn't as harsh. It's a little bit smoother, a little bit rounded than Tuscan Leather. So basically it is just what you prefer, but there's one advantage to this one, and that is the price point. You can find this one 125 ml for the same price, or even cheaper from times to times than Tuscan Leather 50 ml. 125 ml for the same price as 50 ml from times to times, even cheaper on discounters here in Sweden at least. So for me it is a no-brainer, great value for your money. Next up we have my favorite for the moment, the fragrance that I'm most addictive to, and that is Golden Dallah by Xerjoff. I think this one deserves way more attention, way more hype than it is getting. So I try and do to hype it up by including it in this video and just tell you guys it smells amazing. You do have from the top, you do have cinnamon, which is the most prominent, with some nutmeg and cardamom. The coffee note is a bitter coffee note, but it turns in its lifetime, the coffee note turns a little bit to a roasted coffee note, and I believe that is the roasted tonka beans that I find in the bottom that enhance the feeling of a roasted coffee note in this one. There's also agarwood or oud listed, which I don't pick up on at all, so maybe there's just this tiny drop in this juice just to try and marketing it, but I don't care about that because it is so delicious and it is addictive. You have amber in it as well, and you have some, I already said about, I must smell it here. Yes, that was it. A small hint of rose you can pick up in the middle of this one as well. No, that was all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. So please comment down below what you think of the video and leave a thumbs up. Brighten my day and make me a very happy man. Until the next time, stay safe and be well everybody. Bye!